Hello and welcome to a new Let's Play, new Spock Plays as we call it here, of Xanadu Next, which is a game I don't think a lot of people are familiar with, as you can tell by the crunchy graphics. I am recording in 2K, but the in-game rendering itself actually does scale up, but the textures are little crunchy. You know, it's got that nice vintage crunch. Yeah, this is made by Nihon, or I should say Nihon Falcoms, like Xseed people, who are known for the YS series, as well as I think Tales. I think Tales of Cold Steel, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, they're this is more in the YS universe in terms of gameplay styles. It's a dungeon crawling RPG, you know, no surprise there. That is definitely a favorite of mine. And I picked this up like a couple of months ago. Saw it for sale on the Good Old Games, as they call it, and I was just looking for some new stuff to play. So I've tried it out a little bit here. I was immediately like, man, I need to record this because this game is so cool. There's like not a lot of footage of it. It's a bit dated, which is also like right up my alley. I haven't recorded a lot of stuff for the channel that's retro, but I will say a huge chunk of the games I play are older. I just like to play stuff that isn't in kind of the mainstream media because I don't feel as like pressured to finish things or to like buy DLC and all that stuff. I kind of like to revisit stuff a ways on. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun one. It's not terribly long. I think it's about 20 hours, something like that. So I had to start at the menu though, because this music is like, you just know this is going to be a fun adventure. I love how it says Falcom original role-playing game. And I mean, in Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you have like, you know, your parents loved you at the bottom, and then it's like, you know, your friends and family, you've achieved stuff in your life, and at the very tip top of what every human needs is the mouse icon being a glove or sword. So you already know this is going to be a banger. But enough exposition. Let's start up a new game. No surprises there. And I'm gonna kind of just the pre-rendered cutscene at the beginning is also like super crunchy. So bear with me there. Teleport yourself back to the way things were when we had CRT monitors. But I'm not gonna talk through that. Although I can't remember if it's narrated off. If it's not narrated, maybe I'll read it. But if it's silent, that's why. But without further ado, let us begin the adventure of Xanadu Next. I speak of a time when I traveled with an irritating individual and an awkward man devoid of all social graces. But though these feelings are the first that ever came to me, my mind always returns to the words he spoke in his later years. There is no path to follow that would serve me better. Thus I walk that path, and I do not waver. As I reminisce here, I find it all rather embarrassing. For I had judged the man unfairly, never truly understanding him. Excerpt from The Last Night, Chapter 2, The Black Bride, by Charlotte L. Wells. "'Tis quite the broom. I've never seen such a deep fog." "And I heard the lake was large, but seeing is truly believing. The distance from Olston to Harlech is quite staggering." Alright, so there's I did forget the opening cutscenes are not narrated, so you will be getting some Spock narration. And I also apparently have to click through these, so we're already off to a good start. And I also like that her name is Char, like, you know, the most famous MS-06 pilot, the Red Comet. Although I don't see a... the guy on the right actually looks more like Char. I believe the girl's name is Char here, though. And tell me this isn't like Silent Hill 2 vibes, right? Like, just on a lake. Although it doesn't look like he's moving very far. It looks like the fog is just moving. Yeah, this just gives me huge Silent Hill 2 when you're on the lake vibes. Although they could not be farther apart in terms of gameplay or genre. Anyways, Char, to the boatman. How much further to the island? Well, I reckon we're about the halfway point, give or take. Still so far to go. Lake Orwell was not aptly named. 'Tis more an ocean than a lake. Ha ha ha. The boatman agrees. The name don't do it justice. I'll say though, I'm mighty surprised. Faring across such a pretty young thing, and here you're gonna be studying at the Royal Academy to boot. Ah, you flatter me, sir. It's a young child, man. Get your hands off. Harlech Island ain't all that big, but you can't take 2 steps without tripping over an ancient ruin. You say you're studying archaeology. Well, miss, you came to the right place. So, that fella your bodyguard or something? From his getup, I'd say he's one of them knights, rare breed these days. He is one of the North Sea Chevaliers. We come from the same orphanage. North Sea, you say? Quite the pedigree. I hear a man's tested sword or claw against the lion before he can rightly call himself one of those. He is a top-class swordsman, to be sure. Although, the war did dampen his spirits a bit. The War of the Knights, eh? Yeah, I don't blame him. Find hard for king and country, then all at once, ere one of them gets the boot. No honor, no nothing. Just told to disband or they'd get hunted down, like they're criminals or something. Lost their livelihood too. Minister got it all. Forced to most of them start working as mercenaries. Your fellow there is lucky to have ye. Still don't know what in blazes Prime Minister Zordius was thinking. This fog. Souping up on us, is it? Best keep ye a sharp eye. There might be some for ye to see out there. I am struggling with this guy's use of apostrophes. Truly, do you think we'll be able to see it? Ah, so you've heard about it, have ye? Of course, 'tis the main reason I've come. Should have guessed as much. Ye are quite a fascinating lass after all. Ah, there it is. Out yonder. We got a name for it around these parts. It's Old Greg. Sorry. We call it Strange Rock, Lake Orwell's most famous castle, Strange Rock. there we have it. Like, tell me that is not the most 2000s era opening you've seen to a game. Tell me, like, this is like peak era for me, like when I was a kid. I was not a kid. I was a teenager, to be fair, but just had a lot of time to play these types of games back in. And I mean, those like long, super epic openings, like all the people, you know, in the chorus screaming and all these different characters. You have no idea what's going on. The intro tells you absolutely nothing, but shows you a whole bunch of cool stuff that's gonna happen. That stuff gives me chills, man. Like, you know you're in for an RPG treat when a game starts like that. You know you're in a different time. Not as if there's games that, you know, don't start like that nowadays. But here we are, starting our adventure into Tokyo Xanadu. A healthy 14 minutes into the video. Hey, it's an RPG series, you know it's gonna be like this. I appreciate y'all for tagging along. But yeah, let's get started. I've got some facts I pulled up in the meantime too. I'll regale to y'all as we get started here, but you've got great timing coming here when you did. Castle only shows itself when there's a mist hanging over the lake. Orwell's Castle Strange Rock. Everybody around these parts knows about it. Good for tourism, I warrant. Interesting. Pity it vanished as quick as it did, though. I would have liked to get a better look at it. Sorry, miss, you have no luck there. Darn thing always runs away when you get too close, all shy like. That makes no sense. The castle disappears because it is shy. I like the comparison though. Some say it's just a mirage and that there's an old trickster which making it appear and disappear, and that's House Moving Castle. Either way, if you're long enough, you'll get to see it again. Lots of times too, I bet. Glad to hear it. And no talk of Strange Rock's complete without bringing up the legend of the sword, Tulong Jian. Tulong Jian. If I'm not mistaken, that would translate from the old tongue as Dragon Slayer. My, what a glorious name for a sword. Also, like most probably overused name for a sword, but surprise, a scholarly lass like you don't already know about it. Legends say that the Dragon Slayer sleeps within the darkest depths of Strange Rock. All just scuttlebutt though. Nobody even knows if the castle's real, much less that fancy sounding sword. Still, an ancient castle that only appears in the mist, and a holy sword that rests within. It's just like a fairy tale. Just hearing about it makes my heart beat faster. Ha! You got spirit, miss? If you want to know more, talk to the locals. They got me beat on all the details. I certainly will. Thank you so much for all you've done, kind sir. May your return be swift. My pleasure. Good luck out there. Be sure and take care now. Well, Spock, we made it. I suppose the first thing to do would be to secure our lodgings now. Alright then, off we go. The first step of our adventure to unraveling the mystery around that peculiar old castle begins now. Come, we've no time to waste. So, my tongue is getting tied left and right. And so begins the tale of the silent protagonist, Spock. 3 years had passed since the War of the Knights. And with that struggle, the man whom I had loved as my brother back at the orphanage had suddenly lost his honor and his way. He was adrift. I think they're talking about us. I could not bear to see my brother in such a state, so I invited him to join me on this expedition. Looking back, it truly was the first step on an adventure. Neither of us had any inkling of the tribulations to come. So, here we are. 'Tis not a bad room at all, really. Rather cozy, in fact. Should make an excellent base of operations. Which brings us to our mission here. We're to be the first explorers to uncover the mysteries of Castle Strange Rock. Exciting, no? However, despite its fame, there is very little information about it. All we truly know, in fact, is that it appears on the lake when the mist rolls in. That's why I think our best course of action is to explore the ruins scattered across this island. Between the ruins and any local legends we may happen upon, I'm certain we'll find some clue to aid our search. I suppose the best place to start is with the townsfolk. Let's ask around and see what we can learn, shall we? If we split up, we'll cover more ground. Good luck, Spock. Alright, we are released. Yeah, I So like I said, I played maybe like the first hour, 2 hours of this, just kind of get a hang of it, but it does have gamepad support. It's very clunky though. Little fact about this game, so it originally was developed for Windows, which, you know, is the version I'm playing now, but it was also developed for the N-Gage. You were a team like I on that area, you remember, was like the N-Gage was like a it was a handheld. It was like a mobile phone handheld that had kind of a very limited run of releases and did not do very well and kind of had a very short-lived life, but has a lot of things from that era. Cool ideas, just didn't really make it to kind of mass market saturation. And if your bags get a bit overloaded, feel free to leave some stuff here. I'll make sure to keep a close eye on things. Alright, so another weird thing about this game is when these menus open up, your like cursor auto reselects to them. And you can't really tab through the options either. It's a little strange, so it may lead to some misclicks, but we'll get through it. Alright, so don't need anything here. I do like the top down. This is just like so early, you know, computer RPGs to me. Alright. Nothing in here. And I mean, is there a more classic way to start a game than start in an inn, go talk to all the townsfolk? I mean, this stuff writes itself. Songstress Sandra. A new face I see, welcome. My name is Sandra, I'm a troubadour, come to compose songs about this rich and fascinating land. These lonely ruins inspire such grand thoughts, such profound poetry. It's as if they call to my heart. Please, won't you listen to my song before you go? As birds trill their timeless songs and flowers stand in bloom, the Khan named Kublai lays the base of his 1,000-year-old tomb. Brick on brick never beat to further his fancy anew, heaven made real in earthly Eden, hereafter called Xanadu. So, I think this is another appropriate little tidbit. So yes, I while the very long intro was happening, I was able to pull up some stuff, so yeah. Nihon Falcom, or Falcom Nihon, however you say it, I knew they make YS or EAS, or however you want to say it, but they make the Trails games, not the Tales games. That's what I meant to say. I always get Trails of Cold Steel and like Tales of Symphonia mixed up in my head. But yeah, they're Trails of Cold Steel and kind of like that series they're very well known for. And there's a lot of these Xanadu games too. The first one I actually played was Tokyo Xanadu EX. I think I played on the PC. I played like maybe 4 hours of it and kind of just forgot about it. Maybe one day we'll play through that as well. But that actually is in this kind of same series, although I believe that's more of a JRPG. This is more of an action RPG. But another interesting tidbit. Actually, we'll talk to a few more people. We'll spread the tidbits out. Hick. Hey, aren't you a knight so young? Back when I was a spuppering chicken myself, I was a pretty big adventurer too, you know. Let me tell you something, youngin'. The hardest thing in the world is figuring out what's right for yourself, finding your own lot in life or something. Godfrey, spittin' truth. So don't go making a fool of yourself like don't make a fool of yourself in some bar like this old man, okay? Or in the field, make a name for yourself. Be remembered, not dismembered. Words to live by, brother. Words to live by. Well, now, fit in our knight in shining armor from Barman Alcott. How's the room? No problems? Word is you two came in looking for information on Castle Strange Rock. Guess it's on account of the ruins, but we get all kinds around here. Hunters, troubadours, you name it. If you want my advice, start with them. They're your best bet. Well, I've already talked to the troubadour, so. Frida, are you departing, Sir Knight? Everybody knows we're from this kind of old band of knights that were kind of outcast. Things can be quite dangerous outside the gates. Be sure to take care now. I thought we were going to get it's dangerous to go alone. You should take this. Alright, here's our first mean mugger. Who the hell are you on me in here? Don't bother me. Is this about the incident? You here to blame me like everyone else? I tell you, his own damn fault he got killed. Gun done a thing about it. He provoked the fella, he did. Taking on someone so much bigger and stronger than him. What the hell was he thinking? People need to know their place in the world they crave it. Gotta know when to say when, you get me? They don't back out when they see the other guy can slice them in two, then what the hell do you expect is gonna happen? Well, he's clearly guilty about something, but I have no idea what he is talking about. Alright. Time to leave the inn and welcome to the overworld. Well, at least part of it. I do love that this game, because the first time I kind of booted it up, it was hella crunchy, like the kind of opening screens. But the I think there was a patch, or maybe it's just they've updated over the years. But the upscaling works for this era, to say the least. So we have to kind of talk to everybody. It's gonna be a lot of talking, and then we'll kind of get into the dungeon crawling. I promise it is coming, but all RPGs, you know, start a little slow. You gotta ease yourself in. Fisherman Ned, Strange Rock. Yeah, I see Strange Rock all the time. Hard to miss into my line of work. Ain't nothing to say about it though. I've seen it, sure, but I don't know nothing special. Shows up on misty days like this one. It does. You often hear a bell chime before it appears too. Try and get close and it vanishes. Everybody around here knows all that though. Might be more to learn if you dig for it. There are lots of ruins on here island and lots of history to go with them. Heck, they even found some new ruins right here in town the other day. Alright, so if we try to go out this way. Gateman Gunther. A man was killed here yesterday, murdered, just north in the Clover Ruins, and not by monsters, by his own kind. So this must have been what the guy Dusty was talking about in the inn. He was a tourist visiting the island. Everyone's still all shook up about it. Ain't no leads on who did it. No one's going in or out of town right now. Not till the investigation's complete. Not till I get the okay. Well, that seems fair, Gunther. These are where we save. As you can see, this is my first kind of couple of saves. Let's do... It's weird though, because I definitely played more than 11 minutes. I played this fucking hour. We're gonna go ahead and overwrite. Yeah, I don't know where. Maybe actually, I may have forgotten to save. That's interesting, but for another time, on we move. Dana, hello, night. Aren't you a fine specimen? Well, hello. We're traveling entertainers here in Harlech on tour. You're welcome to come watch us dance as long as you like. Really not. Kind of just like a little, not much of display there, and just a little bit of shuffling back and forth. We're entertainers from another land. I guess you could say we're exotic dancers since we come from afar. I don't think that means what you think it means, but who knows. This isn't our first time to Harlech, though. We toured here several years ago as well. Things seem a bit different from what I remember. The air feels stormy, or perhaps, or troubled. I guess the war lingers on in the spirit even though it's ended. The lakes of Lindale are widely regarded as hubs of peace and tranquility in these chaotic times, though. To feel such unease here is troubling. Now, what do you got to say, children? Pleased to meet you. Name's Patty. Are you new here, mister? Did you come to Harlech on boat? And I bet you're here so you can find Castle Strange Rock. I want to find it too. Yep, you are correct. What do you got to say, little boy? Hey, mister, did you hear the news? They actually found ruins in town. I thought I'd sneak in and have a look around, but before I had a chance, they went and locked them up. It is so unfair. Can't believe they did that. I was going to find the Dragon Slayer, too. So everybody's kind of familiar with this, like, kind of lore of this, like, castle, town, sword, people dying, etc. Damon. Damn freight lift's busted. Can't do any work till it's fixed. Alright, so we cannot go that way yet. So you've come to look for the castle, have you? Best just give up, I say. It's nothing more than trick of the eye. Look for what's not there, and all God is time is wasted. Alright, what you got to say, young lady? Gina, newcomer to our fair town. Welcome to Harlech. You came in on that boat, right? This island is amazing. The breeze coming off the lake feels great on the skin, doesn't it? This isn't a very big town, but I think you'll find out all the comforts of home. I just very much hope that you enjoy your stay here. It's definitely a small town. Alright, so we're going to check the store next. I'm pretty sure we have to go into the church. We might have to do both these areas. Purposeful young woman. So while I was out exploring the ruins the other day, I got my hands on this odd sort of card. It has an unusual design emblazoned on it like some old spirit or deity. Shopkeeper Spence. A card, you say? May I see it? Just as I thought, it's a guardian card. Sealed within it is the power of one of Harlech's and many ancient spirits. Oh, sounds like I may have stumbled upon something good. So pray tell, what are these guardians? Gods, angels, spirits, and watchers. Take your pick. We have a tradition surrounding these guardians here in the Lindale Lakes region. When a baby is born, it's taken to the spirit sanctum to be baptized and infused with the power of a guardian. Huh, okay. What purpose does that serve exactly? Well, they say a person's abilities and disposition are decided upon by the star of the destiny at the very moment of birth. Physical stamina, magical proficiency, personal fortune, and weapon mastery alike are all determined largely by the heavens. Of course, anyone can learn these things through practice and growth, but it's important to deny, or it's impossible to deny, that inherent talents exist and vary from person to person. So, we borrow the mystic power of the Guardians to help compensate for our shortcomings, or augment our natural faculties, you could say. Interesting, seems I've learned something today, something potentially advantageous, I might add. Probably not as advantageous as you'd like it to be, I'm afraid. See, a Guardian's bond lasts a lifetime. It's not something you can trade up. Once it's in, it's in. Only one. It ain't coming out. That's why new mothers get all in a tizzy when it comes time to pick out a Guardian for their baby. I see. So this Guardian card I got is only useful for newborns and mothers to be, huh? Doesn't sound like quite the find I was hoping for. Nope. Don't expect you to get much money for it. There's only one lady with a newborn here in Harlech, and she's already made her decision. Sorry to disappoint. Well, I have a feeling we're not from this region, and maybe we could get a little blessing. Rospo, I ain't seen you around these parts before. You a tourist? Or a treasure hunter, maybe. Come to dig up the ruins. Either way, you're out of luck, I reckon. Town's closed up tight right now, and nobody's getting in or out on account of the murder. Seems some fellow got himself killed in the Clover Ruins out past the North Gate. Just happened to. Guess you better make the most of it and amuse yourself here in town till the whole thing blows over. Lynette. That girl at the counter sure has been coming here an awful lot lately. She's in and out of the ruins all day, every day. I wonder what she does in there. Well, she looks like she's well armed. Purposeful young woman, so there's a guardian sealed in this card, huh? If only I can make it use its powers myself, sure would make my job a lot easier. Well now, if it ain't a night, don't see many of your kind anymore. Here to explore the ruins. It may interest you to know that there's a brand new set of them right here in town, discovered by yours truly just the other day. Started digging the foundation for our new storehouse when suddenly the ground gave way, and there we were. Needless to say, it was quite the surprise. I mean, I knew there were a lot of ruins on Harlech Island, but it's pretty absurd to discover new ones right under the town. Pretty crazy, huh? We were afraid the kids might get in, so the area is all locked up at the moment. But the priestess at the Spirit Sanctum's got the key, if you're interested. The ruins are on the east side of town, and the Spirit Sanctum's opposite them on the west side. Tell Lady Lies that Spence sent you. Alright, anything for me? I don't think we have any money yet. 20G. Oh, forgot that, yeah. Basically saying you click on stuff to buy it. One interesting thing is you need to buy keys in this game. You spend a lot of money on keys. Like, you kind of have to run in and out to buy and sell stuff to get keys to open doors and chests in the dungeon. But you will all become very familiar with that process, as will I. Alrighty, I also like that it's like running at 144 hertz. You gotta love a old game with a modern refresh rate. Alright, so this is the Spirit Sanctum. Looks like that's the mother with her newborn being blessed as we speak, with maybe one of those guardian cards that we were hearing about. Yes, and with that, the spiritual ceremony is complete. The guardian now rests safely within the child's body. Oh, my sweet one, isn't that wonderful? Lady Lise, thank you so very much. It is of no consequence. I merely wish the child to grow up healthy in both mind and body. A newborn comes into this world lacking the guiding lantern of a guardian. This music in the background is like giving me massive Maple Story vibes. I don't know if it's just the guitar. Lise, you are a hard tell of a knight accompanying a researcher who seeks Castle Strange Rock. That would be you, I presume. I am the head priestess of the Spirit Sanctum. Please call me Lise. Unfortunately, something rather unsettling happened in the ruins to the north. I'm afraid all travel there is barred until the investigation ends. You wish to enter the back alley ruins? Why would you desire to do that? So is Spence. That man is quite troublesome at times. Very well then. You may enter, but be warned, monsters have made their home inside. Please be sure you're well equipped before setting foot in the ruins. Allow me to give you the key to access the area. Please give you the key. Knights such as yourself have gone off seeking Castle Strange Rock and never come back. As you proceed within the ruins, you may chance upon those who didn't return. Do be careful. Level down, that's interesting. I don't think I've done that yet. Alright, so allocating, when you've leveled up, you can allocate bonus points you have earned to attributes spelled incorrectly in the Spirit Sanctum. You can always reassign points until you have reached the next level. Alright, we will definitely have to figure out what these do. I don't know if it explains them. Sure already said that. Alright, talk. And we'll just finish up our talking loop here. Eric, within the Spirit Sanctum, you may allocate bonus points earned by leveling up your attributes. Until you've leveled up once more, there is no limit to the times you can adjust those attributes. If you're having difficulty besting your enemies, it would be best to look over your attributes. Do bear in mind, however, your attributes become locked once you've leveled more. It's interesting, so you can kind of come back here until you... Ooh, excuse me. Your next area. To level down is to reduce your overall strength. In your case, both attributes and bonus points would be reverted to what they were one level ago. Of note though, your weapon skills would stay what they were, and the needed experience reduced level again, to reach level again reduced by 50%. It offers just a little edge when having to do it over again. You can revert back to any of your previous levels this way. If you want to truly excel, I'd advise using this method. That kind of sounds like a way to reset your stats. If you kind of mess up and you realize you need to go back and redo, you can, I guess, level down and grind out a little bit. Hopefully we don't have too much of that to take care of. Here's the Back Alley's Ruins key, but first let's go check on I guess it's our sister. I think that's who she is, or our friend Char. See there, it does the mouse thing every time. Spock, just the person I was looking for. Have you heard the news? Apparently some ruins were uncovered right within Harlock's own reaches. There's an entrance in the back alley with stairs leading underground. Not much is known about it though. The passages are swarming with monsters and the town folks have stayed well clear. But, well, I thought you might find such a formidable discovery worth a closer look. You told me before knights thrive in dangerous environments now. Well, better than just talking to people for 40 minutes, so let's gonna move on. Although I don't know if we checked in on this area. I don't think, did we? No, we did not. Got more people to talk to. Lazarus, fancy that, a knight. Truly a rare sight in this day and age. Your face, I swear I've seen it before. Oh well, no matter. I'm Lazarus, a mercenary by trade. Well, I probably need not tell a knight. In order to equip armor and weapons, you'll need to have the appropriate amount of stamina. Beautiful plate or handsome sword are wonderful to own, but you'll look a fool if you have the aptitude to bear them. If there's something you've forgotten, I will gladly refresh your training by reviewing a wide range of tactics. Well, that's nice of you. Nylum, Dragon Slayer, you say? Rumor says it rests deep within Castle Strange Rock. If such a sword truly exists, then I'd most assuredly wish to acquire it. It'd fetch a pretty sum from an aristocrat after all. Alrighty. Merchant Baggins. Well now, welcome. What do we have here? You supposed to be a knight or something? The hunt might be over, but I still wouldn't recommend walking around in that getup. Less than loyalists snitch you out and you get thrown in jail. That ain't just some costume though. You're the real deal, ain't ya? North Seas, if I'm not mistaken. Gotta be damn near the last of your kind out there. One of Furnival's men, no? Poor bastard got publicly executed, I hear. He and the rest of you helped so much in the Leyland's early days, and what thanks do you get? All your honor, property, and land is taken, and your leader's killed. Makes me sick thinking about it. Marquis Furnival was a good, honest man, and the North Seas used to be the best. Well, you ain't gotta worry a thing about me. I won't tell anyone who you are. Don't think nobody else here would turn you in either. Still, you best find yourself a job and get as far away from knighthood as you can. Soldier, mercenary, take whatever you can get, never look back. Come to think of, I heard about one of the North Sea knights that served Marquis Furnival's right-hand man. And apparently he's the only one whose whereabouts are still completely unknown. An Imperial search party came here looking for him at one point, but got nothing. I don't suppose... You know what? Never you mind. I don't want to know. You're a customer, and that's all you are. And if that's good enough for you, then it sure as hell is good enough for me. What's he got? About the weapon shop, you can buy weapons, you can equip weapons, you can sell weapons. Alright, nothing to work with here. Sounds like we may be that Marquis General's right-hand man that is on the loose that people might be looking for. A little spoopy. Alright, can we talk to you? Granny Deborah. been about 10 years or so since that strange rock started showing itself on the lake. At first, it was just this hazy shadow hanging over the water. People got to say it was a ghost ship. Only became clear that it's a castle about 2 or 3 years ago. People started hearing bells around then too. Alright. We have successfully... Oh, can we swim? We can walk underwater. With the health bar, with the a breath bar, I'll take it. Alright. We're actually going to... Oh, here's the lady, actually. Let's see what she has to say. This is a shrine built to the Guardians, fashioned by man in reverence to those who watch over us. I pray here to ask that this child be granted divine protection. You can find shrines like this all over the island, and just by touching them, all your wounds will be healed. After much ordeal, I was finally blessed with a child, so I must make every effort to raise her well. Good for you. I hope everything works out. So let me save before we get on in there. Alrighty. It is now time to actually begin the game. We've done all of the talking that I would like to do. Solid, hard, slow RPG intro, right? Bunch of talking, nothing really. We got a lot of story building. Kind of got an idea that there's this weird castle appeared. You're this kind of like ex-soldier from kind of a time well past. What is this? Oh, he's giving him a smack. All right. What do we got here? All right, our first key. Acquired key. All right, as expected, keys can only be used to open locked doors, and a key can only be used once. Keep a lot of one hand. Keys may be purchased from the curio shop. And as you buy them, their cost increases. There's a way to keep the cost of keys down. If you help them at the shop, people acquire materials needed to make more keys, supply and will equal out. Yeah, you have to bring him bones, I think. I think that's how he makes these. Like this spoopy music too. Alright, so keys are auto used. In combat. 40 minutes in. And the thing we've all came here to see. What does this game even look like? Well, I'll let you in on a little hint. It's pretty cool. When an enemy comes within range of your attack, circle is displayed. Oh yes, and stabbing enemies from the back and the side increases damage. You get a proficiency when you use a weapon type over and over. So traditional RPG mechanics. Ooh, man. You gotta click on this. Oh, nice. There we go. We're up 5 Gs, boys. What do we got here? Another key. Lovely. Good reverb on this. Footsteps, too. Weapon skills. Each and every weapon in the game has unique skills sealed within it. This one has thrust, knocks them down. Only skill that's currently equipped and selected may be used. However, as new skills are learned, they can be dragged from your inventory into the circular slots at the top of the menu. Didn't mean to skip that. And then D-pad. Oh, maybe I'd actually notice that. The main thing about using the gamepad is you still have to use the mouse for like menu dragging, which was not like a terribly uncommon thing back in the day to split it, but nowadays, you know, it's all integrated. We've learned, or we have the science now. You can even allow you to equip and use that skill while wielding other weapons. Oh, that's decent. Do beware, however, for each skill may only be used a finite number of times, as represented by the meter at the top of the screen. If that meter hits here, that particular skill will be using it after you rested. Oh, I actually did not realize that. I thought that was just a mana bar. So we got 20 hits, so if we like to yes, you equip it with the F key that you want, then right click uses it. Yep, there you can see we don't have any keys, so it won't let us in. And got 2 Chesteronis. Camera control. Mouse wheel up and down. I don't like that it keeps double clicking through these things. Okay, some areas have a fixed camera. Interesting. Scroll to rotate. That's a first. That's another thing about these games. They have this charm, right? Like, it took a really long time for developers to kind of consolidate on what is a good control scheme. They take it for granted a lot of times nowadays. Another 20 goldo. Alright. Yeah, a lot of this game is just is really dungeon crawling. That's kind of why I picked it. Here we have to make a decision. Do we have a key? What is it? Inventory? It's map. We do not get a control scheme. All right, well, I guess clicking works. That actually might be what it is. Now that I think about it, that was the problem with the gamepad. You had to click over here. Well, I think this actually was the case where, yeah, you kind of immediately are thrown into this gameplay loop, rather, of what you need. So that's kind of like the baby's first walk into the dungeon. We now have to run back to town, and it gets a little better. You kind of just, as you get a lot more gold, you kind of just pick up a lot of keys. They do get quite expensive, though. We gotta run back to the store and get some good old keys. Alright. Well, I kind of, skip past it, but he did mention, if you were quick to read, that yeah, these are in fact the more bones you bring him, the cheaper the keys get. There we go. Depending on the amount of bones I have in stock, the price of keys may fluctuate from time to time. We still haven't bought a key. I'm trying very hard. Oh wait, no, I bought 3 keys. Just kidding. That's fine. 20 gold each. We'll definitely end up using them. So let's see. Are you gonna give me that card yet? We know it's for us. So there's a guardian sealed in this card, huh? If I can only make it use its powers myself, should make a job a lot easier. Yeah. Well, hold on to it for us. I'm sure we're not blessed by whatever guardian there is. Did we talk to this guy already? Yeah. Alright, back into the ruins. That, I mean, you gotta, this is like way too, how did you guys just discover that this was here? Right, like, it is a stone's throw from the inn. And there's a giant cover, and you just, somehow the land gave through? I don't know, it seems a little sus. But that ain't our problem. That is not our problem. Our problem is killing them bats, which have respawned. There we go. Some bones to refill the key stock. It's also interesting, you kind of have to like rapid click. You know, nowadays it's just like kind of click and hold, but like I said, a lot of little charms in this game. Nice, more bones. Keep on rolling. We'll go south. I feel like I went north last time. Nothing in here. The music has stopped. All we can hear is our footsteps echoing. Oh, well, that's fine. Okay, I definitely did not do this room. Check. Now, I don't know if... Yeah, I don't think, you can stab through multiple enemies with this skill. We gotta watch our health, though. Alright. Okay, and we're now running out of here. Nice. Alright, well. We gotta go heal. That was very fast. I also need to look up and see if there's a way to defend. I may have accidentally clicked through it, I forget. Well, get ready for it. There's a lot of this. There's a lot of backtracking in the beginning. But we'll do it together. It'll be nice. Alright, let's pick up some items. We didn't get too much gold in there, but a couple of potions would definitely help our situation. What we got here? 50 gold. Well, we definitely cannot afford anything, so if we die, we die. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Maple Story ass soundtrack. Alright. Running back in. Go to try. Might actually just go north. I'm pretty sure it's a lot easier going north. At the end of the day, you need to kind of investigate all the rooms anyways. Ooh, take that backstab though. 5 gold, I'll take it. Yeah, no, don't hit me. Very limited amount of health. But we're almost level 2. Nice. Leveling up. When you level up, you gain HP and also obtain bonus points. There are many types of stats that you can increase at the Spirit Sanctum. 20 HP is actually pretty nice. What if this is a passive, like, defense bonus too? Wooden crates. Wooden crates may be pushed across the ground or smashed apart with a swing of your weapon. First, they'll be cleaved in twain, leaving a pile of wood just tall enough to climb upon. These broken crates may be used as stepping stones to reach higher ground. Sadly, once reduced, the crate becomes far too delicate to push and remain rooted in place. If struck a second time, it will completely be decimated, leaving only sawdust behind. If you ran into the room, they come back. Yeah, I don't like that it's like auto-skipping some of those prompts. This very, very much reminds me of Vagrant Story. Nice, we got a dress. A robe. Can we wear said robe? Nice, we can. Oh, look at that. Forgot about that. That's how you know this is a good game. When you get change in armor viewed on the character plus gauntlet, this is just everything a person needs. I will say this game actually is kind of highly regarded. Like I said, I never heard of it, but people seem to really like it. So you can hit those one time to crawl upon them. More bones. Gonna be very important for the keys. Yep. I know, gotta take them to the curio shop. Wow, they're already doing way less damage. That was like a massive decrease, just that single robe. I think they were hitting us for like 7 or 9 before, and now we're taking 2. Can't beat that. Can't beat that with a bat. Oh, unless I get hit by a goblin mage for like a ton of damage. Oh yeah, we are on the board. Although, unfortunately, Cap doesn't seem to give us any sort of change. Maybe it's just like under our bangs. I hope. If we can't see our helmets, man, that doesn't play to the game's favor, let me say. Alright, she's locked. We're out of keys. Alright, let's try and clear that room that we almost died in here a second ago. I don't think these normally drop anything either, breaking the lanterns. Our one skill, but now with the cap and the robe, we actually have like massively increased our defense, so should be a breeze now. Yeah, 1 damage. Get out of here. Much easier. You ain't never seen a boy in a robe and a cap before, I'll tell you that. Very nice. Ooh, and a 50 gold health potion. I love it. I love it, love it. Jumping. If you run at it, you'll jump. Okay, so it's kind of like Legend of Zelda jumping. You can jump if you run towards something that looks like you need to jump on it. Man, that is a big axe. Whirlwind. Heck yeah. Ooh, and a spellbook. Literally called spellbook. Alright. Just attack +1. But I need more strength. So we can leave that back in town. We gotta pick our stats to level up, and we need more keys anyways to continue. So onwards we return to the town from whence we came. I don't know why. Oh, look at that, one did drop 1 gold. That's not good for my OCD, because we will definitely be slapping them all now. Don't mind me, just little soldier boy coming through the caves loud as hell. Alright. Let's go ahead and save. Alright, so we need to buy some more keys and level up next time. But yeah, I think we're gonna call it here for this episode. Super stoked to finally be making some progress on this. This is going to be a fun classic RPG. There's lots of dungeon crawling and who knows what mysteries in store for us. If you're enjoying the content, I encourage a like and or a subscribe, as it helps the algorithm a great deal. I appreciate y'all watching, and we'll see what happens next time we go through the world of Xanadu Next. I'll see you there.